Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my reading channel, and as you can see from the title of today's video, I am doing another reading vlog, and we are starting it out here with the beautiful day that we're having today. It is like 65 degrees outside, windy. There are no clouds in the sky. It is such a good day. But before I get started with today's reading vlog, I would like to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Book of the Month. Book of the Month is a super popular, fast-growing online book service for readers. Book of the Month's mission is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover books that they love. Every month, Book of the Month features 5 to 7 books that you can choose from. And out of all of the picks for the month of April, this is the one that sounded the most interesting to me. It was really hard to choose because they all sounded really great, but this one really caught my eye from the cover and the book. This is True Biz by Sarah Novick, and this is about students at River Valley School for the Deaf that want to hook up, pass their history finals, and have politicians, doctors, and their parents stop telling them what to do with their bodies. It is about a school for the deaf, which you don't hear about very often. I feel like this book would have really good representation of that. The other picks for this month are The Good Left Undone by Adriana Trigani. Then we have Kaiki by Vaishnavi Patel, Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett, and Bittersweet How Sorrow and Longing Make Us Whole by Suzanne Kane. There's also another one that I'm really interested in reading this month as well. Like I said, how it works is Book of the Month's team chooses a bunch of different books and gives the readers their choice to choose between those books. It is a curated selection of new and early release books, so you can spend more time reading and less time researching. So don't worry if there are no books that sound interesting to you for the month. Book of the Month is completely risk-free. You can skip any month at any time and you will not be charged for it. Plus, they have the best price for new release hardcover fiction. You can get your first book for only $9.99 using the code GETFUN. The reason I love Book of the Month is because you can kind of broaden your horizons when it comes to the books that you read. I know that I am trying to read new genres and find new authors, and this book subscription company works really great for people who are really trying to find new authors and new books. So that's why I really like Book of the Month. I'm really excited to read True Biz this month. So if you guys are interested in checking out Book of the Month for yourself, I will have the link for them down below. And if you use the code GETFUN, your first book is only $9.99, and that is a steal. So make sure to head over to bookofthemonth.com, use the code GETFUN, and get your first book for $9.99. Thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video, and let's get right into it. Hey guys, so this is editing Alyssa here. I just wanted to say that this video is a bit uncomfortable for me to edit and even upload. I wasn't even going to upload it. As many of you guys know, I'm not in a relationship anymore, and this video was filmed like a month ago, like starting a month ago, and I was still in a relationship, and then the vlog goes from me being in a relationship to now being single. So the vlog is really long-winded, confusing, upsetting, but that's why I'm calling this a self-care reading vlog, because your girl needed it. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So I decided that I want to kind of rejuvenate my week, because it is Sunday, by sitting outside and reading today, because I have been working non-stop for the past 2 weeks, like not even taking a break. I do need a break today, and I really feel like reading. Last night before bed, I was able to read about 30 pages of The Institute by Stephen King. I am currently doing my reread of The Institute and annotating. As you can see, got a lot of annotations in here. If you guys are new to my channel, this is my favorite book of all time, and this is the first reread that I'm doing since I read it for the first time, and honestly, it's still meeting my expectations from when I read it the first time, and it is so good. I have all of my annotation stuff here. I just keep it in this little like office container thing with my highlighters, my pens, all of that stuff, and I'm just gonna sit out here and read until I don't feel like being out here anymore. But it's such a beautiful day. I don't know if you guys can like hear the birds chirping and everything, but I'm just gonna chill out and read for a little bit. guys, so it is the end of the day and I unfortunately only got to read about 20 more pages of The Institute before like a horrible thing happened. Not gonna go into details because my personal life is no one's business, but I have not felt this pain since my grandfather passed away. So I'm having a pretty rough day, and thought I was gonna have a good day, so that's always the worst when you think it's gonna be like a nice relaxing day and then it ends up not being one. I don't want to be on my phone, so I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night reading The Institute. I'm on page 115, just as good as I remember it, and hopefully it distracts me from my real life right now because going through it. Hey guys, so it is a couple of days and I haven't been reading too much. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to my Patreon buddy read book of the month. We'll just have to see. I'm still currently reading The Institute and I haven't gotten too much farther in since I last updated you. But I wanted to show you this cool gift that I got because it is book related and I need to do an ASMR video with this because I love the sound of it. But here is what it looks like, and it does exactly what it sounds like. There is a design in it and you put the pages in between the two designs and you just push down and it'll put the embossing into your book. Can't really see it, but it has a moon and stars and like crystals on it. But I didn't know, because I did choose it, I didn't know that it was like a symbol for like Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J Maas, and I don't really have any interest in reading that series, so I didn't know that this related to A Court of Thorns and Roses at all. I literally just got it because I thought it was some crystals inside of a moon. But it says like, this book belongs to Alyssa. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what it does. And I'm going to emboss all of the books that I know I'm going to be keeping because I'm bored and that's what I want to do. So first I'll kind of like show you guys how it works. Ignore all the hair on this rug. I have to vacuum it like multiple times a week. So this page is like bright blue, so I think it'll show up super well. But you basically, it's like up and down like this, and you just put the two pages, and then you just squeeze really hard. Sorry, you can't really see, but... And I don't know if you can see, but it says from the library of Alyssa Cannon. That's my full name. What I thought it was the moon with some crystals and some stars. I didn't know that this was like a tattoo that someone from like that Sarah J Maas series has. I have no idea, but I still think it's cute anyway. Now I can emboss all of my books, and it's very subtle, which is what I like about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and emboss some books. I was just like embossing this book, as you can see. I was just going back to look at all of my annotations. I don't know if anybody else ever does that, like you just go back and like look at the annotations. And I annotated this book so much. I swear I read it again sooner than 2019, but the years have been flying by, so who knows. But I just went through all of my annotations and basically just remembered the whole story just from my annotations, so that was really, really fun. And I really love this embosser plus the annotations. Like, it just really puts a personal look on my book. Okay, hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me very well, but I'm about to lay in bed and read, and I keep my fan on like full blast, so I'm sorry if it's a little loud. I'm currently reading My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. This was actually my buddy read book for the month of March, and I never got to reading it because I was so busy the month of March. I don't think I read anything, but these past couple nights I've had a little bit of extra time before bed to read. So last night I started it and I got 12% in, so I'm going to continue reading it for the night. I've heard that this book is pretty intense. It's basically a story about a girl, like a 15-year-old, who gets groomed by her like 40-something-year-old teacher. They have like a 30-year age gap, and it goes back and forth between like past tense and present tense of the whole situation that happened. So it gets pretty dark. I mean, it's things that happen in real life every day, unfortunately. So yeah, so far it's like kind of gross. Not kind of, it is gross. The teacher like hitting on this 15-year-old is just so ugly to me. But I'm interested to see how the story progresses. So I'm currently reading that. I also still reading The Institute. I think I haven't progressed since I last updated you guys. I'm on page 115 still. But this is kind of a book that I'm just reading in between other books just because it's a reread. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the light off for the night and read on my Kindle. That's the #1 thing I love about this freaking Kindle, is that you can read really comfortably at night with the lights off. I still need to do my video where I compare Kindles to like physical books because there's so many reasons why I love my Kindle. And I haven't used this all month and it's still on 64%. Like, that's actually crazy to me. Alright guys, this morning, it is April 5th and I finished my Dark Vanessa this morning. I woke up and I just felt like reading and I only had like 10% left of the book. So we went ahead and finished it and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Kind of more of a 3.5, but I rounded it up to 4. The author did a really great job at making me feel absolutely disgusted the entire time, as you should. If you don't feel disgusted reading this book, then I don't know what's wrong with you, because I mean the reading, the way this like 40-something-year-old was grooming this 14-year-old was disgusting. But it also, this book shows greatly the impact of grooming at such a young age and how those people grow up and the way that their thought processes are, because when you're groomed, like as you get older, you didn't even realize that you were being groomed, like you thought that was something that's normal. So we watched this main character grow up and her thought processes were so much different than the people around her because she didn't realize what was happening to her was her being groomed. So it definitely has a lot of trigger warnings. If you guys want to read it, just know there's trigger warnings for sexual abuse and grooming. A lot of deep stuff is in that book, but I really think that it had a good message behind it and I thought it was written well. The only reason I took off a star is because I felt like the book was kind of long. I felt like the last half of the book kind of went on for longer than it needed to be, and I just found it kind of repetitive and a bit boring. So that's why I took off 1 star. It didn't give me a 5-star feel, but it was still good. Finished a book. I did not read one book in the month of March, I don't think, so it's good to finish a book again. And I have been reading The Institute by Stephen King on and off. I'm still on page 117, so I'm going to pick this up tonight and start reading a little bit more of this. This is just a reread that I'm just reading in between other books. There are so many other books that I would like to pick up right now and read. My buddy read book for this month is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I think that's how you say it. Somebody gifted the book to me, like, I feel like years ago, and I have no idea where it is. Like, I don't remember donating it anywhere, and I might have done it on accident. I have no idea, but I'm gonna have to either read it digitally or re-buy the book. But that's gonna be the buddy read book for April. I've heard like amazing things about it, so I'm pretty excited for it. But I really just want to read some more of The Institute because this book is like just ultimate 5-star feels for me. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and take a bath. I need to relax. I have been working all day and I really just want to like lay down in a hot bath and just read. So I'm gonna do that right now while reading some of The Institute, and then after the bath I need to get back to working some more because my Etsy launch is on Friday and I'm still trying to make some more products for my Etsy launch, so let's do this. Alright guys, it's April 10th and I have been reading a little bit of a different kind of book after finishing my Dark Vanessa. I am reading Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. It's a memoir about relationships, friendships, and everything like that. I'm not going to go into the details, but I am currently going through a breakup. It's been hard because I was with him for almost 3 years. So I'm having a hard time in my personal life right now, and I kind of wanted to read a memoir, and I've heard that this was good, and I honestly am not vibing with it so far. I'm 12% in, and it's just kind of like, eh. I don't really read memoirs very often, so maybe that could be why, but I'm going to continue to read that. But I also wanted to show this little gift that I got in the mail from my Amazon wish list. Hillary, one of my patrons, subscribers, supporters, she sent me a couple gifts like for my birthday last year, I think. And she sent me some stuff for like housewarming presents, and it was so nice. So I wanted to show you guys what they are because one of them is a book. So first she sent me the physical book to You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tyo. I have already read this book and I actually really liked it. I felt a deep connection to the characters in this book because I have dealt with grief pretty recently, and it's just a really, really good book. Very sad, but beautiful. And as you can see, the cover of this book is beautiful, and also, look at this. The cherry blossoms. Like, I almost want to display it on my shelf with the cherry blossom cover, but I also really, really love this cover too. So I'm really glad to have this physically. I would really like to reread this one day, and I really enjoyed it. And then she sent me these 2 wall collage kits, and I'm very, very excited about these. So this one is kind of a more vintage cottagecore set, which is kind of the theme that I'm going for in half of this room, and then the other half of this room is kind of like pink. I don't know, this room is kind of all over the place. So these art prints are more of like a cottagecore vintage theme. So beautiful, and they're like really, really thick cardstock, as you can see. And you can just make collages on your wall, put them in photo frames and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for these. I'm definitely probably gonna hang these up in my bedroom when I finally decorate my bedroom. And then this kit right here is very like cutesy pink stuff, which kind of matches, what actually perfectly matches the theme of my office and my computer, which is like bright pink. Here's some of them. Just got some like really, really cute pink and purple pictures, like absolutely stunning. I love these so much. So I gotta figure out what I want to do with this, because it's kind of hard because half of this room has like a gothic vintage look, and then like the other half of this room is like bright and pink and pretty. So like both of my styles are kind of put into this room together, and I don't think it looks the best, but I'm working with it because I like too many different styles. And it also came with some really pretty stickers. Really, really pretty stickers. I am obsessed with these. I have so many cottagecore stickers now, I don't even know what to do with all of them. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. So once again, thank you so much, Hillary, for sending me those items. I can't wait to like decorate my walls and stuff. I've got to figure out when I want to actually do it, but I'll keep you guys updated later if I read any more. Good morning, everyone. It is the next morning, as you can tell by the way that I sound, and I had a really rough morning. I haven't been having the best mental health lately, I'm gonna be honest. But I wanted to share this to you guys. I bought this kit of affirmation cards because, you know, trying to get over a breakup, and I watch books with Chloe a lot. She's a very inspirational person to me, and she draws affirmation cards every single day, and she said that helps her mentally a bit. So I figured I could try to pull the affirmation cards myself every day and just read the affirmation to myself that day. So it's really cool. I'll put the link for it down below. It comes with this little stand that says Epic Self, and you put the card in it and you just like set the card up every day. And then the cards are like little and square like this. These are the only affirmation cards I could find that didn't have like Bible verses on them. So if anybody has any affirmation card brands that they think I would like, please like either leave a link or the website down below. Or if you think there's something that I could benefit from, let me know. So I'm just gonna like shuffle these affirmation cards a bit, and then I'm just gonna pull one that falls out or calls to me like I kind of do with tarot readings. Okay, so here is the back of the card, and the card says, "I trust that I'm figuring this out. I got my back." That is weirdly relatable to what I'm dealing with right now, so. Alright, it is April 16th, and this is the last day that I'm going to film for this reading vlog. And I wanted to pull another affirmation card today because this has actually been helping my mental health so much this week that I've noticed, because the first thing I look forward to when waking up, instead of being sad when I wake up, the first thing I look forward to is coming in here and pulling a new card. So let's go ahead and shuffle these, and I'm just going to wait for a card to either speak to me or fall out. Okay, so this one just kind of came out by itself. Whatever I want can flow to me. So that is my affirmation for the day. Whatever I want can flow to me. And I just put it on my little stand here, and then I just put it on my bookshelf. And I'm in this room a lot, so every single time I see it, I just say whatever I want can flow to me. And that's been helping me a lot this past week, because this week has been literally terrible. Not trying to like trauma dump or anything, so you can totally ignore this if you want to, but I've had a lot happen this week. Obviously a breakup with a 3-year relationship, that's been really hard on me. There was a hate raid online on my pet account by a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds trying to take down me and my friends, which is like actually ridiculous. So I had to leave social media for a little while because of that. Something going on with one of my parents, which I'm not gonna say because it's personal. And then my rat sprained her foot, and then I had to go to the vet, which was just on top of everything else, which was really stressful. And then I also had to continuously be working all the time, and I just now finished all of my Etsy orders a couple days ago, so I was very overwhelmed this week, and I just wanted to sit in bed and cry. But I worked, and I got everything that I needed to do this week done. My yard is cut, my garden is good, and I have nothing else that I have to do this week. And today is going to be my relaxation day. I actually made this week my vacation week, so there may be another reading vlog coming in the future from that. I only have to film one video this week, and this is my vacation week. I'm going to the aquarium on Tuesday. I'm very excited. So today I'm going to spend all day reading because that is what I want to do. I'm currently reading 2 books. I'm reading The Institute, and then I'm reading Everything I Know About Love, and I'm debating which one I should try to finish. I should probably try to finish The Institute since it's so big, but also my buddy read book for this month on Patreon is Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I've heard that's really good, and I want to start that soon too, so I got it on my Kindle. I don't know, I don't want to read like 3 books at the same time. I don't know how I'm feeling about the memoir, so I may just DNF it, but I may try to finish the memoir since it's a lot smaller, and if I'm not feeling it, I'll DNF it and either start Verity or keep reading The Institute. Hey guys, it's actually the next day. I forgot that I was completely filming yesterday, but honestly, I didn't read too much of The Institute. I read like 20 pages. I'm just not in the mental headspace to read a book like that right now. It's very dark and sad. I mean, it's literally about child abuse, so I just can't mentally read that book right now. So last night I started a romance book. Romance books always make me happy. So one of my members of my Discord recommended The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is part of the Dreamland Billionaires series, and I'm 50% of the way in and I'm loving it. It's like a hate to love type romance, boss worker kind of romance. I don't typically like the CEO boss type romances ever since 50 Shades of Grey, but I really like this one because it's actually about a CEO of a amusement park, and it has a lot of like creative details in it, like graphic design and just drawing and art, and that's what I really like in it. And the romance is not cringy either. I think it's actually pretty cute. I'm probably gonna finish this today. I'm actually spending all day today decorating my pet room for spring. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'm literally gonna pick this back up. I can't stop thinking about this book. Like I read it all the way until like 3 in the morning last night, went to sleep, woke up this morning and started reading it again. So you know it's a good book for me if I continue to do that. So I'm gonna keep reading this, and there's also a second book, so if I really like this, I'll read the second book. So